Hi Shweta.
Hi, good evening, Mr.
Good evening.
Welcome to the women group.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. So this is a group that we created only to let women feel that they are not alone, and also because there are so many of us, and we know like we have one or the other skill, and at times you need to support each other as a woman, right? So
Right.
small group, but of very close knit, like known to friends and in a circle. But then the purpose of this group is that we learn from each other, we spare some time for each other, and bonding, usse bonding, but you tend to feel that you have a support system,
Right.
especially in the lockdown. It was all the more vital that we should keep, stay connected, stay bonded.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I think many people join. Usually, there were a lot of people were interested in the topic, and I would. I think let's just wait for 1 or 2 minutes,
Sure.
and I welcome all the participants and the listeners who have joined for discussion right now. And Mr. Nishchay Dhingra is a financial advisor, and his job is actually to guide where to advise, where to invest, how to save your money. So that's very, 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 very important for all of us, especially in lockdown. Like obviously, finances were affected in a lot of the families, right?
Right.
And at times you don't know what is of what is like of priority, where to spend money, and where you have to kind of save. And if you have some saved, where to invest. And as a woman, probably we all have we don't, many a times we don't know what taxation savings are there for us, and how we can benefit from them.
Right.
Mm. Maybe you just like wait for a minute or two, and you can give your talk, and then there would be questions in the message group, and we can also open the forum for discussion. If there is some question from somebody's mind and that's coming in their mind, so they can just either message you or in the group, or you can they can just raise their hands, and then we can just connect them.
Shweta, please give me the host rights. I want to share a small PPT.
Yes, because I'll make you host, but there might be some people who might need to be muted. So in case you'll have to do that on your own, right? So I'm making you the host. I'll be recording the session, right?
Right.
So I think you're the host now.
Right.
So I'll just hand over the stage to you.
Thank you.
नहीं मैंने कभी नहीं श्वेता नहीं करना है कौन श्वेता
Mr. I would request you to make yourself the spotlight, so that your screen and your view is visible to everybody. There is an option that comes.
You're saying that I
हाँ,
take the spotlight.
आप spotlight ले लीजिए. So उसमें I think your screen would be seen by everybody.
Just a second. Shweta, can you guide me on what I should do to do that?
So there are 3 dots, right? On probably the
Right.
right corner of your screen. Just click on that.
I've clicked on that.
Can you see that option of
Hide name of hide video panel, hide floating meeting controls.
okay, no problems. Probably, I mean, let's just continue. Somebody just message that they can see they can see your screen.
Okay. So I should I start, Shweta?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Muting myself.
Okay. So hello everyone. I'm Very happy to take this session for all of you. Just a brief intro about myself. My name is Nishchay Dhingra. I stay in Delhi and I work as a financial advisor for clients based in Delhi NCR. I handle clients out of Delhi, Gurgaon, and Noida. And I am working with a company called Serengeti Ventures Private Limited. So this company um is a financial advisory firm based out of Gurgaon, and we are helping many individuals and families across Delhi NCR, and we have a branch in Mumbai also. So we help clients based out of Delhi NCR and Mumbai, and though we have clients all over India now. So that is about a small little intro about the company, and I some bit about my qualifications. So in this domain, I have specific some professional qualifications that are specifically for this field. Uh, One is certified financial planner. So I have completed that. That is called a CFP. Then there is a course called CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst, CFA, and then CWM, Chartered Wealth Manager. So these three are primarily the courses which individual can do for to work in this field of the financial planning domain. And luckily, I have done all three, and I'm a certified financial planner, chartered financial analyst, and a chartered wealth manager. I am working with Rajiv and Shweta for last 3 years now, and we are very. I mean, we have a very nice relationship with them, and we have made some really good progress with them. So that was about about my company and our relationship with Rajiv and Shweta. So I'll just start the key discussion on the financial planning. So here I have just added a photograph of Priyanka Chopra and saying that financial women should be financially independent. It doesn't matter who your father is, doesn't matter who your husband is going to be, doesn't matter who your brother is, doesn't matter who the man in your life is. You need to be responsible for your finances and be financially independent. So we truly believe in this. Many of our clients are single ladies, and we help them manage their finances in a proper end-to-end manner. So yeah. So the first question is to answer why we should do financial planning. I'm sure many of us do realize the importance of it. I am just stating the obvious of why we should do it and the key reasons. First and foremost, we all know that there is inflation. Inflation is uh, the value of a good that increases with time. For example, let's say 5 years back, you would be the kind of goods that you will be able to buy with 1,000 rupees. वो आप आज नहीं buy कर सकते. It'll be you'll have to spend, let's say, 1,200, 1,500. Very simplistically, petrol. Let's take the example of petrol. 3 years back, it was around 70, 72. Today in Delhi, it is 100. So this is nothing but inflation. Inflation in fuel prices. कि पहले आप 500 रुपए में, let's say, you would be able to get 7 liters of petrol, and today to get same 7 liters you have to spend 700 rupees. So this is inflation, and so we should invest because we want the value of our money should be ahead of inflation, at least bare minimum कि हमारे पैसों की value should be ahead of inflation. So this is first and the important reason. Second, to secure ourselves and our family. Why? In case of any emergency, we know that जो हमने savings कर रखी हैं, that comes handy. That is the most important thing. And especially during the times of COVID, we realized that how important our own saving is. Last year, many people lost their jobs or their pay was reduced by 50% or so. उस time पे what came handy was our own savings, what we had saved in the past, that came very, very handy. So that so financial planning means to planning for all kind of emergencies and all kind of situations. So that's how you secure yourself and your family. Then to achieve your life goals. Life goals meaning that you can plan to buy a house for yourself, you can plan to buy a car, or you wish to give best education for your children, planning for your retirement. So all these kind of goals, if you have a proper plan in mind, you can achieve all these goals, and let's say much ahead of time, or much ahead than your peers, or much ahead than you would have thought for yourself. So if you have a financial plan by yourself, you can achieve all of these with uh, let's say minimum to no problems whatsoever. एक सबसे छोटा एग्जांपल है कि जैसे लेट्स से पहले के जमाने में हमारे पेरेंट्स ने करा कि अगर उनको एक साल बाद कोई लेट्स से दे वांट टू बाय अ टीवी, हमारी मदर क्या करती थी कि लेट्स से 2-3 हजार रुपए हर महीने सेव करे, एक साल में लेट्स से शी रीचेस अ कॉर्पस ऑफ 30-35 thousand, एंड फ्रॉम दैट वी कैन बाय अ टीवी. तो दिस इज अगेन नथिंग बट फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग कि आपने एक अपने गोल को सेट करा, आपने अमाउंट सोचा कितना चाहिए, एंड आपने प्लान क्या करा कि मुझे एक्स अमाउंट सेव करना है हर मंथ टू रीच दिस कॉर्पस. So this is nothing but financial planning. So when we do this in a more structured manner for many goals together, and we include some instruments, financial instruments, that we call a financial plan. So that's why the saying goes, by failing to plan you are planning to fail. अगर आप अभी plan नहीं करते तो बाद में you really suffer. Very simple, another simple example is people who live let's say by paycheck to paycheck, जो कहते हैं कि 30th को सैलरी आई, पहली 10-15 तारीख तक सब पैसे उड़ गए, एंड दे अगेन वेट फॉर द मंथ एंड कि यार पैसे कब आएंगे मेरे को, मतलब आई नीड मनी टू स्पेंड. So if you have a plan for yourself for how you spend on your monthly budget, how you spend for the bigger goals, that is very very important for your life and for your, let's say, basic sustenance. Why financial planning is important for women? So now coming straight to the key part on today's topic, why it is important for women. It is all the more important. First reason, women outlive men. That's a proven fact that is stated in statistics, in numbers. So it is very clear women will outlive men. They tend to do that in most of the cases. So you will have to take charge of the finances sooner or later. So better to prepare today. आज ही हम चार्ज ले लें, आज से ही हम समझना शुरू कर दें about all the money matters, about all the financial aspects of the family, because you will have to face those situations, and you will have to take important decisions in life. तो आपको टाइम तो आएगा ही, तो आप बेटर है आज से ही प्रिपेयर होना शुरू कर दो. Women tend to work shorter than men. What do we mean by that? कि जनरली women breaks लेती हैं अपने करियर में, बच्चों के लिए या अदर कोई रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि बड़ों का ध्यान रखना है. There will be many aspects in life where women will have to take breaks, or their working career will tend to get little shorter. And on top of that, there are also times when women are paid less. So to summarize, women will have, let's say, lesser money in their hands. I mean, again, talking on a more generalistic general situation, they will have slightly lesser money than men. So that makes it all the more important to plan for it. Third, women's attitude. They find finance too complex. उनको लगता है कि बहुत मुश्किल है, बहुत सारे jargons हैं, बहुत difficult concepts हैं, नहीं समझ पाएंगे. Naturally, what they do, they delegate it to their brother, their father, or their husband. कि आप ही देखो, हमें नहीं पता, आप देख लो क्या करना है, ये सेविंग है, ये पैसे हैं, ये आपको पता है सब. तो ऐसे नहीं करना चाहिए. I mean, if there is mutual trust, you do it. You do all the decisions together. You take the decisions together, and you make an effort to educate yourself of what is happening in the family finances. पूरा delegate नहीं करना चाहिए. That is, let's say, that will be problematic for women in the longer run. Then very another simple example is कि generally, let's say women these days are acquiring many qualifications. So ये हम क्यों करते? I mean, why are you doing this? You're doing it for your personal growth and respect. So managing money will also do this. Managing money on your own will complement this. So we have to link it with this कि हमने जो इतनी पढ़ाई करी है उससे you get your personal growth in life, you get your respect, you get confidence. So money, managing money will give you a lot of confidence. So that's there are ample more reasons, but these are the key reasons why women should take charge of their finances, and they should engage more and more with money. Money matters. So what is the first step? What is the first step that a woman should do in his or in her family? So first step is to be financially more aware. You must be financially aware, and you must ask basic questions. Basic questions like, what is the household income? आपके पूरे घर में, let's say, if you are earning, your husband is earning, let's say your child is also earning, and he is contributing to the household expenses. So firstly, a woman should know what is the household income. Let's say husband कमा रहा है 1 लाख, wife earn कर रही है 70,000. So household income is 1,70,000. Expenses क्या है? घर के expenses क्या है? If the husband or anyone is keeping track of it, great. If not, you must. आपको अपने expenses का, घर के expenses का जरूर पता होना चाहिए कि कहाँ पे कितना expenditure हो रहा है. For example, आपको बेसिक किचन का पता होगा, लेट्स से फॉर अ लेडी, कि दालें कितने की आ रही हैं, सब्जियां कितने की आ रही हैं, जो भी, अगर लेट्स से यूटिलिटी बिल्स कितने हैं, इन सब का एक, इफ यू डू अ ट्रैक ऑफ इट फॉर लेट्स से कपल ऑफ मंथ्स, यू विल गेट अ होल्ड कि आपको पता होना चाहिए कि ओके आपके घर पे एक्सपेंसेस कितने हो रहे हैं. हाउ मच डू यू स्पेंड ऑन लेट्स से पेइंग फॉर द मेड, हाउस होल्ड हेल्प, how much is spent on utility bills, how much is spent on groceries, how much is spent, let's say, for paying on rent, society bills, there are on medicine, on transport. Then how much do you spend on your let's say shopping, vacation, your entertainment. So these can be the broad headings of where you spend your money. It is आजकल it is very easy to keep a track. Let's say आप मोबाइल पे एक ऐप डाउनलोड कर सकते हो, एक्सपेंस ट्रैकर करके, कोई भी ऐप you can download wherein you can just punch in the numbers. एक डेली हैबिट हम बना सकते हैं कि ओके आज मैंने यहाँ पे खर्चा करा, आपने ऐप में डाल दिया यूटिलिटी बिल 1500 ब्रैकेट में MTNL या some landline bill. So it will seem difficult in the beginning, but अगर हम एक बार ये करते हैं, स्टार्ट करते हैं, and we do it for couple of months, उसके बाद आपको हर महीने करने की जरूरत नहीं है. If you do it once correctly, it is done. 1 महीने 2 महीने आपने करा, आपको एक एवरेज एक्सपेंडिचर आपको अपनी फैमिली का समझ आ जाएगा. सो हाउस होल्ड इनकम क्या है, एक्सपेंसेस क्या है, देन हम कितना सेव कर रहे हैं, एंड उस सेविंग से क्या एसेट्स क्रिएट हो रही हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आप सेव कर रहे हो, उससे आपके हस्बैंड या आप म्यूचुअल फंड्स बाय कर रहे हो, या उसकी फिक्स डिपॉजिट हो रही है, या वो किसी लेट्स से बिजनेस फैमिलीज में वो कमेटियां डालते हैं, तो क्या एसेट्स क्रिएट हो रहे हैं. ये सारे एसेट्स हैं जो आप अपने लिए बिल्ड कर रहे हो. तो व्हाट आर द एसेट्स बीइंग क्रिएटेड, देन वेयर इज द पेपर वर्क ऑफ ऑल दीज एसेट्स. जो भी फाइनेंशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट्स हैं, रियल एस्टेट है, जो भी है, तो उसका पेपर वर्क कहाँ पर है घर पे, एंड उस पे ओनरशिप डिटेल्स कहाँ है, क्या है, सिंगल होल्डिंग है, जॉइंट होल्डिंग है, क्या सारी फाइनेंशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट्स में नॉमिनी है, नॉमिनी में कौन है. तो वी शुड ऑल द वुमेन इन द हाउस शुड लेट्स से हैव इट इन देम कि मुझे ये बेसिक क्वेश्चंस अपनी फैमिली में पूछने हैं. धीरे धीरे करके, एक एक करके आप अपने सारे क्वेश्चंस के आंसर्स लीजिए, एंड ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट ऑल थिंग्स आर हैपनिंग फाइनेंशियली इन योर फैमिली. देन विल, क्या मेरे पार्टनर की विल है, क्या मेरे पेरेंट्स की विल है. तो ये वाले क्वेश्चंस के आंसर भी आपको यू शुड आस्क द रेलेवेंट पीपल, की आपके हस्बैंड से कि क्या हमारी फैमिली में विल बनी हुई है, अपने पेरेंट्स से कि हम आपके लिए आपकी विल बनी हुई है. Is there a plan how you will distribute your assets? So all these things are very important to know for a women. Then all the women should make some effort to become financially literate. आजकल we know कि with ये phone पे जो internet है, it is easily available. There is ample knowledge available. कोई कमी नहीं है. अब कोई रीजन नहीं होना चाहिए कि हाँ मेरे को नहीं पता इसके बारे में, या मेरे को कॉम्प्लिकेटेड लगता है. You can attend seminars like this. Then you can watch videos on YouTube. Now there are, let's say, hours and hours of content available on YouTube. You can just, let's say, you can simply Google ki, who all influencers or who all are the good financial people who are spreading some good knowledge on YouTube. You can just go through their videos. You can read newspapers regularly. उससे बहुत knowledge increase होती है. Then you can read some books. So becoming financially literate is not difficult now. You just have to devote some time, and आपके अंदर willingness होनी चाहिए that yes, I want to be financially literate. And fourth point, don't be afraid to take guidance. You can take guidance of a financial advisor. Normally, let's say men in the family take this step, and that is considered normal कि हाँ घर के male people ही ये सब समझते हैं, वही कोई ढूंढेंगे and वही करेंगे. That's a old notion now. You can also take charge of the finances and take a firm set that yes, I also can take guidance, and I'm happy to take help of a financial advisor. Then fifth point, like we say, to be happy in life, we need three. I mean, let's say just by general research, we feel that there are three important things. Happy family, there's love all around, good health, and money. इन तीनों में से अगर कोई भी चीज मिसिंग है, you will be unhappy for sure. No matter आपके पास जितना पैसा है, अगर आपकी हेल्थ ठीक नहीं है, if you are suffering from any illness, आपको कुछ अच्छा नहीं लगेगा. Similarly, if you are feeling, I mean, you are hale and hearty, पैसे भी हैं, but अगर family में बहुत problems हैं, again, you won't be happy. And similarly with money, if you have good bonding within your family, health सही है, but
Excuse me, just a second. Hi. Can you
हाँ.
please mute everybody because there's a lot of noise of kids and utensils, etc. in the background. Thank you.
Mr. Carry on, please.
Right. So I was on this point, on the last point, that these three things, family, health, and money, are all interlinked and all important to have a happy, let's say, to be in happy state of mind. If anything is missing or if kahin pe bhi misbalance hai, you will be unhappy in life. So all these things are highly important, and if they are in order, one can be really happy in life. So first important step, be financially aware. Ask these questions in your family. Start having a conversation. I understand that these topics are not easy to talk, and because in ke piche there are notions like, okay, she is trying to be too inquisitive, ज़्यादा इसको समझना है, या I mean any negative thoughts can arise. Ki, I mean controlling and all that. You can go slow. You can ask let's say small questions. You can aim to ask these questions over let's say 15 days or a month, but getting answers to these questions is very important for all women. And if you know this, great. We'll move to the next step, that what is the next step in that you should aim for. So again, important points. What we if you have answers to all these questions, and assuming that women is now inquisitive about money. She is passionate that yes, I want to be financially literate. I want to take charge of money. I know I know what all the important questions I should ask. वो सब हमने पूछ लिए हैं. Now coming to the actionable part कि हमें exactly क्या करना चाहिए life में कि हम financially we become more strong, we become financially independent, and we become financially secure. Having a emergency fund or create an emergency fund. Why we say that, or what do we mean by emergency fund? Emergency fund is nothing but, let's say जो पहले के जमाने में लोग कुछ पैसे जोड़ के अपनी गुल्लक में रखते थे, तकिए के नीचे रखते थे, गद्दों के नीचे रखते थे कि यार ये पैसे तब काम आएंगे जब कोई बहुत difficult situation होगी. So this is the emergency fund. In today's time, you have the liberty of good banks, stable banks, जहाँ पे risk नहीं है, let's say बहुत कम है risk. So you can have a contingency fund or an emergency fund in the form of fixed deposit. कि आप अपने बैंक में एक simple fixed deposit कर सकते हो for, and कितना होना चाहिए, उसका आंसर ये है कि it can be anywhere between 6 months of your monthly expenses, or if you want to be more secure and in today's uncertain times, you can aim for a 12 month of emergency fund. कि आपके घर के खर्चे let's say महीने के हैं, आपने समझे कि आप मेरे household expenses कितने हैं, they are about 50,000 a month. To have a 6 months of buffer, you can have 50,000 into 6, 3 लाख. 3 लाख की FD आपके पास होनी चाहिए. That is the first basic foundation step in financial planning. अगर आपको थोड़ी और comfort चाहिए, then you can have it for 12 months. 50,000 into 12, 6 लाख. 6 लाख की आप FD कर लो बैंक में, and that will give you enough comfort कि हाँ कुछ भी हो, चाहे मेरी जॉब जाए, चाहे मेरी जॉब कट, सैलरी कट हो जाए, no matter what comes, कोविड आ जाए, पैंडेमिक हो जाए, सब बंद हो जाए, I can still survive to 12 months. इतना बफर, इतना फाउंडेशन होना चाहिए, इतना बफर आपकी फैमिली प्लानिंग में होना चाहिए, that no matter what situation is, इतना होना चाहिए. Last year, many of my clients, they faced this issue. There were salary cuts, and at that point of time, emergency fund is what that came to their rescue big time. Who those clients which had emergency fund, I mean, most of our clients have now, but let's say a client who just started it, for them we are building. So all the clients who had emergency fund in place, they were in much comfortable position that even if they are fired, they know that they have 1 year's time, 6 months to 1 year's time to run their ship. उनको अपने घर खर्च के लिए एटलीस्ट पैनिक नहीं करना है कि कहाँ जाएं, किससे मांगे, या अपने they, let's say people used to sell their family gold, वो सब नहीं करना आपको. आपने इसके लिए प्लान करा है, आपने लाइफ की डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशंस के लिए प्लान करा है बाय हैविंग अ कंटिजेंसी फंड और अ इमरजेंसी फंड. दिस इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप टुवर्ड्स फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग दैट ऑल ऑफ यू मस्ट टेक. यू मस्ट टॉक टू योर हस्बैंड कि क्या हमारे पास एक ऐसा कोई फंड है. एंड अगेन इंपॉर्टेंट इज कि ये वाले फंड आपके कहीं रिस्की जगह पे नहीं होने चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आपने कोई फंड तो बनाया है इतनी मेहनत से, लेट्स से हस्बैंड और आपने मिलके 2 साल में ये फंड बनाया 3 लाख का, 5 लाख का, 10 लाख का, एंड ये आपने किसी और फ्रेंड को दे दिया है कि यार उसको जरूरत थी, मैंने उसको दे दिया. या फिर बिजनेस फैमिलीज में वो कमेटी डाल देते हैं, या चल यार वहां पे है वो मिल जाएंगे. दिस मनी शुड बी सुपर सुपर सेफ. इस फंड पे आप 1 रुपए का भी रिस्क नहीं ले सकते, बिकॉज ये आपने खुद ही अपनी वर्स्ट सिचुएशन के लिए बनाया हुआ है. आप वो नहीं चाहोगे कि जब आपकी वर्स्ट सिचुएशन है, लेट्स से क्लासिक एग्जांपल अगेन पैंडेमिक, जब बुरा टाइम आया तो सबका एक साथ आया. उसने सिर्फ आपको नहीं बोला कि यार ये डॉक्टर्स के लिए डिफिकल्ट टाइम है, वो हॉस्पिटल नहीं जा पा रहे, तो लेट्स से किसी और कोई, अब आपने अपने फ्रेंड को दिया है जो हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री में है, जो होटल बिजनेस में है, उसका भी बहुत बुरा टाइम आ गया. वो कहेगा यार मैं अभी ये 10 लाख तूने जो मुझे दिए थे मैं अभी नहीं दे सकता. कोई फायदा नहीं होगा उस कंटिजेंसी फंड का, जो जब आपको चाहिए वो आपको ना मिले. सो एंड अगेन ये हुआ एक रिस्की, किसी को आपने दे रखे हैं, दैट इज रिस्की. सेकंड, you should not invest it into riskier investments like equity, mutual funds या stocks. यहाँ पे भी नहीं होना चाहिए. डोंट थिंक कि अच्छा मार्केट तो ऊपर चलता रहेगा एंड मैं इसको विड्रॉ कर लूंगा कभी भी. अगेन लास्ट ईयर क्या हुआ, व्हेन पैंडेमिक स्ट्रक, मार्केट आल्सो टैंक, मार्केट भी गिरा 40%. आप नहीं चाहोगे कि जब आपको ये पैसे चाहिए 10 लाख के 5 लाख हो गए हैं, 6 लाख हो गए हैं. सो इमरजेंसी फंड शुड बी एब्सोल्युटली सेफ एंड सबसे लिक्विड. लिक्विड मीनिंग ऐसी जगह पे हो जहां पे आप इजीली उसे कैश आउट कर सको. इसीलिए रिकमेंडेशन क्या होती है कि आप इसको एफडी कर दो, फिक्स डिपॉजिट कर लो बैंक में. कि फर्स्टली इन अ बिगर बैंक, कोई छोटे बैंक में नहीं, कोई कोऑपरेटिव बैंक में नहीं, कोई उज्जीवन स्मॉल फाइनेंस बैंक में नहीं, इन अ बिगर बैंक, इन अ बिग बैंक आप उसको जाके एफडी कर दो. ऑनलाइन एक्सेस होना चाहिए सो दैट इफ यू नीड इट यू हैव द मनी रेडी. आपने बस ब्रेक करा, आपके अकाउंट में पैसे हैं, आप एटीएम से विड्रॉ कर सकते हो, आप चेक राइट कर सकते हो, यू हैव द मनी विद यू. Second is having necessary insurances, term insurance, health insurance. These two are the most important insurances one must have. I assume कि आजकल के टाइम में let's say people are aware, उनके पास होते हैं. But again आपके LIC पॉलिसीज जो होती हैं, जो पुरानी जो सबके let's say कोई एजेंट्स ने बेच रखी है, those are not the insurance policies that you should have and be happy about. उनका कवर बहुत कम होता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल LIC पॉलिसीज कोई आपके रिलेटिव ने, किसी अंकल ने, किसी फ्रेंड ने शुरू करा दी, उस पे आप प्रीमियम दे रहे हो 50,000 रुपए, आपका कवर है 5 लाख रुपए, विच इज नथिंग, विच इज नथिंग. इमेजिन इफ समथिंग हैपेंस टू द ब्रेड अर्नर इन योर फैमिली एंड आपको लास्ट में इंश्योरेंस प्रोसीड्स मिल रही है 5 लाख. कितने टाइम्स ये आपको सर्वाइव कर पाओगे इस अमाउंट से, विच इज लेट्स से some months, few years, that's it. तो a basic simple term insurance लेना चाहिए which is easily available now, which is easily available. आप गूगल पे डालोगे buy term insurance from let's say ICICI, HDFC, LIC, किसी से भी simple pure term insurance लेना चाहिए and it is very cheap. For example, a person in his 30s, let's say 35-year-old का है, he can buy a 1 crore का cover for 10 to 12, 13,000. That's it. Imagine this is the kind of cover one needs. अगर आपकी फैमिली में हस्बैंड का टर्म इंश्योरेंस नहीं है, you must buy it immediately, like today. And for every earning member in the family, they should have a term insurance, a simple pure term insurance होना चाहिए. उसका क्वांटम कितना होना चाहिए, that is subjective depending upon family खर्चे and all. But let's say 1 crore, 2 crore, 4 crore, whatever amount that you feel is sufficient, you can buy. Don't go overboard. ये नहीं कि 10-10 करोड़ के ले लिए कि अरे सस्ता मिल रहा है, मैं पूरी प्रोटेक्शन देना चाहूंगा. That would be over insurance. उसकी भी जरूरत नहीं है, because end of the day आप प्रीमियम दे रहे हो, there is a cost to it. So एक बैलेंस स्ट्राइक करना है कि जिससे मेरी फैमिली को सपोर्ट भी मिले and I am not paying too much of the premium, because end of the day it is the money that you pay and if nothing happens it goes to zero. It is fine. This is a risk we are covering, so it is fine. Don't fall for that trap कि अच्छा आप तो प्रीमियम दे रहे हो और आपको तो कुछ भी नहीं मिल रहा है. There are agents in the bank जो आपको बोलेंगे कि अरे आप 20,000 का प्रीमियम दे रहे हो, हम 10 साल बाद आपको ये प्रीमियम वापस भी देंगे, आप ये वाला प्रोडक्ट ले लो. Don't go for such products. You don't need them. आप यहाँ पे समझो कि you are covering a risk and for that risk you want to pay a small premium. Don't mix investment and insurance. Keep insurance separate. Buy a simple insurance product जो बस आपको प्रोटेक्शन दे एंड आपको कोई उसमें इन्वेस्टमेंट का एंगल ना हो. Then you must have a health insurance. एक हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस होना चाहिए so that अगर आपको हेल्थ वाइज कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो तो it doesn't drain your savings. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप अपना इमरजेंसी फंड को टच कर रहे हो उसके लिए कि हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट हुआ. वी ऑल नो कि मेडिकल एक्सपेंसेस बिल्स आर राइजिंग सो रैपिडली एंड एक बार हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट होता है इट ब्लडी टेक्स लैक्स ऑफ रुपीस. तो सिंपल एक हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस लेना इज द अगेन फाउंडेशन स्टेप. कंटिजेंसी फंड एंड basic insurances is the best you can do to at least solidify your financial position कि ये हमने कर लिया तो at least हम financially secure हैं कि कुछ भी हो हम हर situation के लिए ready हैं. These two things you must aim कि ये मुझे करना ही है. Let's say all the people who are attending this seminar, please aim कि मुझे अगले 2 से 3 महीने में ये सारी ये करना है. ये step 1 step 2 emergency fund और टर्म और हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस लेना ही लेना है. ये अगर हो जाएगा तो समझ लो कि हाफ द बैटल इज वन. उसके बाद वी गो टू द अदर बिगर थिंग्स. सेविंग और इन्वेस्टमेंट के बीच में डिफरेंस समझना बहुत जरूरी है. सेविंग क्या है कि आपकी फैमिली में अर्निंग है लेट से 1 लाख की 50,000 खर्चे हैं, 50,000 सेविंग है. अब अगर वो बैंक में रखे हुए हैं या आपके कैश आपके घर पे रखा हुआ है तो वो बस सेविंग है, इससे ऊपर कुछ नहीं है. यू वोंट ग्रो इन या यू वोंट बिकम वेल्दी विद दिस सेविंग जब तक आप इस सेविंग को इन्वेस्ट नहीं करते फाइनेंशियल इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स में या इवन इफ इट इज इन लेट्स से रियल एस्टेट हो गया, गोल्ड हो गया, देयर आर एन नंबर ऑफ इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स. तो आपको इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए फॉर योर फ्यूचर. एक सिंपल थंब रूल इज दैट फॉर पीपल हु आर लेट्स से अर्निंग on a higher scale, they should aim to save at least 30%. At least 30% of the household income should be saved. Or if you are earning on a lower end, and that lower and higher end depends strictly कि आपके फैमिली में खर्चे कितने हैं. For an example, अगर किसी नॉर्मल आज की फैमिली में घर खर्चा आपका 50 to 70,000, तो that I would say 40 to 70,000 I would say that is on a decent side, on a conservative या moderate side पे हो आप. एंड अगर आपके खर्चे घर के खर्चे आर मोर देन लेट्स से 1 लाख, 1.5 लाख, 2 लाख, 2.5 लाख, देन यू आर ऑन अ हायर साइड. देन आपको ये समझना है कि क्या आपके इसमें कोई ईएमआईज भी हैं, होम लोन ईएमआई भी है इसमें. देन इट इज लेट्स से स्टिल फाइन बिकॉज यू आर साइड बाय साइड बिल्डिंग अ एसेट. बट नो मैटर व्हाट यू शुड एम टू सेव एटलीस्ट 20% ऑफ योर इनकम. नो मैटर व्हाट आपको अगर उसके लिए अपना कहीं पे लाइफस्टाइल में थोड़ा सा एडजस्टमेंट करना पड़ रहा है, बी विद इट, लिव विद इट. आप यू शुड ऑल एम कि मेरे को हर महीने यू शुड हैव अ डिस्कशन विद इन योर फैमिली कि आर बी सेविंग 20% एटलीस्ट ऑफ आवर इनकम. द हायर द बेटर. if the income is higher, let's say if the household income is 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, then you all must aim to save at least 30% of your income. so that should be the basic thing कि आपको इतनी सेविंग तो करनी ही है for your future goals. Then what are the instruments? Instruments क्या है? सबसे बेसिक आरडी होती है, रिकरिंग डिपॉजिट है, फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट है, जो बैंक पोस्ट ऑफिस डिपॉजिट्स होती हैं, ये सबसे सिंपल होती हैं जो लेट्स से एवरीवन नोज. Then the more modern and the more sophisticated ones, mutual funds and shares. Mutual funds is nothing but a pooled investment. कि जैसे आप लेट्स से आप 20-25 लोग हो एंड आपको नहीं पता कि आपको सबको मार्केट में इन्वेस्ट करना है क्योंकि आपने पढ़ा है, आपने सुना है कि दिस इज वन ऑफ बहुत अच्छा तरीका है टू गेट हायर रिटर्न्स, बट आपको पता नहीं है. तो आप मेरे पास आते हो, निश्चय ये सबके ना 500 रुपए हैं, ये आप ले लो और आप इन्वेस्ट कर दो. आपको क्योंकि पता है, आप इस इंडस्ट्री के हो, आपको नॉलेज है, तो आप इन्वेस्ट कर दो. तो दिस इज नथिंग बट अ म्यूचुअल फंड, और कुछ नहीं है. ये म्यूचुअल फंड का जो स्ट्रक्चर है, जो आप एड्स देखते हो, म्यूचुअल फंड सही है, दिस एंड दैट, it is nothing but this structure that lakhs of investors who don't have much knowledge or who don't have the expertise and time, उन्होंने अपने पैसे एक्सपर्ट्स को दे दिए कि यार आपको पता है कि मार्केट में कहाँ पे अपॉर्चुनिटी है, कहाँ पे इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए, तो you have just given money to them and they invest on your behalf, and in return they charge small nominal fee and they give you a decent return from market. Fifth point is don't invest in something you don't understand. आजकल ये जो बिटकॉइन और क्रिप्टो करेंसी बड़ा फैंसी बना हुआ है कि हाँ यार ये इसमें कर लो, बिटकॉइन में करो. आजकल ये एड्स भी बहुत कर रहे हैं, कॉइन DCX, वजीर एक्स एंड ऑल दैट. यू डू नॉट अंडरस्टैंड ऑल दिस, तो मत करो. अगर आपको शेयर्स भी समझ नहीं आते तो उसमें इन्वेस्टमेंट मत करो. जहां समझ नहीं आता है वहां इन्वेस्ट मत करो. Only when you understand something you invest in it. अगर आपको नहीं समझ आता है, you try to learn about it, या फिर you take help of a financial advisor, but do not invest in something you do not understand. Then very quickly, power of compounding. On my left hand side, there's a simple example of two people, Ram and Sham. दोनों का first row is age of investment. One is starting at 30, another is starting at 45. दोनों का period of investment mentioned है. One is investing for 30 years. Ram is investing for 30 years and Sham is investing for 15 years. दोनों का टारगेट क्या है कि एज 60 तक मुझे कॉर्पस तक पहुंचना है. डिफरेंस यही है कि राम इज स्टार्टिंग अर्ली. मंथली इन्वेस्टमेंट कितनी है राम की? 1000 अ मंथ. सिंपल. शाम की कितनी है? 2000 अ मंथ. डबल कर रहा है. प्रिंसिपल ये कुछ एक लमसम भी इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं इनिशियली. 3.6 लाख दोनों इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं. एक्सपेक्टेड रिटर्न 8%. वेरी रियलिस्टिक. दो आजकल अभी ये अर्न करना सेफ इंस्ट्रूमेंट से ये भी मुश्किल है, but for this example it is assumed 8%. Interest earned, let's say we ignore that row. Last row देखिए, total wealth accumulated at the age 60 is 15 lakhs for Ram, though he has saved just 1000 a month. And Sham की कितनी है? 6,96,000. क्यों? क्योंकि उसने स्टार्ट लेट करा है. उसने 15 साल बाद स्टार्ट करा है. Even if he has saved double of what Ram saved, still he is less than half of he has reached less than half the corpus of Ram. Kyun? Because Ram started early. So compounding is the most beautiful thing that you can see and evaluate when you start investing. You start investing today and you will see the magic of compounding. ये एक बहुत ही छोटा एग्जांपल है कि एक बहुत ही नॉमिनल सेविंग्स करी है एंड एक बहुत ही नॉमिनल रिटर्न अज्यूम करा है. स्टिल यू कैन सी द डिफरेंस. Imagine if you are saving 10,000, 15,000 a month and the rate of return is not 8, it is 12. The difference it will have is huge. What the difference will be, it is there in the next slide. For reference, I have added a snapshot of how compounding impact investment valuation with a simple SIP. SIP is nothing but systematic investment plan. कि आपने एक particular amount सोच लिया कि मैं हर महीने करूंगा. तो this is a simple illustration कि आप किस कॉर्पस पे पहुंचोगे after a particular time if you are saving at this rate. For example, I am on the first row. If you save at 5%, let's say आप आज एक FD जो FD का रेट है 5%, आप उसमें हर महीने 1,000 रुपए सेव करते हो and you save it for 20 years, आप कहाँ पहुंचोगे? You will reach a meager 4,12,750 रुपए, let's say. And similarly, if you invest in a simple mutual fund, a equity mutual fund that earns you just let's say 12%, same 1,000 after 20 years will reach you 9,99,148. बस difference क्या है? That you are sitting in a simple FD 5% पे or you are sitting in a mutual fund which is earning you 12%. Difference कितना है? More than twice. 4,12,000 versus 10 लाख almost. And यही अगर आप कॉर्पस को if you move it another 5 years or 10 years, 30 years पे अगर आप जाते हो, you see the difference. 5% 30 years 8,35,000. Whereas at 12% a person will be at 35 lakhs, more than 4 times now difference. So this is the compounding कि आप जितना आपका tenure बढ़ेगा, the difference and the magnitude will be even higher. So I will stop here. I think I've said enough. I will now I am more than happy to take questions from all of you, and yeah, please ask as many questions as possible.
So, Nishay, is there any specific things that we should have in mind when we are buying term insurance or health insurance, that a particular, those things that when we are buying those insurances, ये सारे हमारे checklist है, ये तो होने ही चाहिए.
Right. तो let's say अगर आप एक term insurance buy करने के लिए जा रहे हो, तो just ensure कि let's say if you are going to a bank और let's say आप आज तो आपको बैंक जाने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. इसका सबसे सिंपल एग्जांपल इज बाय प्योर टर्म इंश्योरेंस. आपके पास लेट्स से यू कम अक्रॉस मेनी एड्स ऑन गूगल, यू पिक अप ICICI Prudential I Protect. This is example of one term insurance. You just need to ensure that you enter all your details correctly. आप अपनी age आज आप अपनी details सही enter करते हो, and it is a pure term insurance. If required, you can just talk to the customer care of ICICI Prudential or HDFC. These two are one of the top insurers in the country. You can call the customer care. You can talk to them that I want a simple pure term insurance. Please guide me. So they will ask you basic details and they will send you the proposal. You can go through it. You आपको वो पूरी details और technical jargon समझने की जरूरत नहीं है. You just need to ensure कि ये एक pure term insurance है, मेरी सारी details ठीक हैं, and I buy the cover for a decent amount that will be sufficient for my family. So this is for the term insurance. And then for health insurance, again, these two insurance are good enough. ये HDFC and ICICI Prudential, these two are good insurance to buy a simple health insurance. Again, आपको अपनी details, basic details सही enter करनी है. आपको sum assured choose करना है. Sum assured क्या होता है कि क्या एक outer limit है आपके cover की, कि let's say आप 10 लाख का cover लेते हो and वो आपको when you are hospitalized, this is the amount for which you will be covered. या आपके hospitalization के bills will be raised. Yes, Megha, you have a question.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Okay, so I just wanted to ask, considering the current market, where the interest rates on whether it's SIPs, mutual funds, or whatever, even FDs, is not very great. Now, if I want to invest, I'm thinking of interest rate. When I'm investing, there is inflation. I've already paid income tax, and whenever I get the money back, I'll pay capital gains tax or whatever tax that is applicable. Is it really worth it? Because up to I think 12% milna is literally very difficult.
Okay, so couple of questions. I'll try to answer in parts. Firstly, tax कितना है equity investment पे? It is 10% of gains. It is not something like your 30-40% है that को आपका सारा return eat कर लेगा. It is just 10% of the gains. And if you see the track record of, let's say, last 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, last 5 years, the returns, the simple equity mutual fund or even a simple index fund, let's say if you invested in a Nifty fund, so that is in the range of 15% or so. Very simple example. तो इस पे आपको टैक्स कितना देना पड़ रहा है? 10%. 15% पे 10%. That is after tax, it is again still 13.5. So is it worth it? Yes. Now to answer your question, because market अभी बहुत बढ़ चुका है, क्या आगे भी इतना रिटर्न हम एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं? The answer is in short term no, in the long run yes. अगर आपका टाइम होराइजन कितना है उस पर डिपेंड करता है. अगर आपका टाइम होराइजन है लेट्स से 1 year 2 year, या आप किसी गोल के लिए सेव कर रहे हो जिसका आपका टाइम होराइजन है 1 या 2 साल, आई वुड से डोंट एंटर इनटू इक्विटीज. अगर आपका टाइम होराइजन, आपका कोई गोल है, it is 5 years and more, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, you can still invest in equities but what you need to understand is you need to enter in smaller amounts. अगर let's say आपको इन्वेस्ट करने हैं 5 lakhs, तो आप पूरे वो 5 lakhs इस लेवल पे मत करो. You break that amount. You break that amount in a, let's say, lots of 20,000. You invest it over a year or 2 years. That is advisable.
Okay, and another question, if that's okay. Nishchay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Nishchay, I've heard about NPS, right? And I don't know how that works. Is it a worth investment for pension fund, or should we look at like more of other SIPs?
So again, NPS is an instrument for retirement, and it is a very good instrument. Let's say I assume you are working, right?
Yeah, I'm working.
So firstly, it gives you a tax break of 50,000 rupees. If you invest in NPS, you get a tax break of 15,000 up to 50,000 rupees, and straight away you save 16,500 in taxes. So if you invest 50,000 in that scheme, आपके 16,500 रुपए के तो taxes straight away you get benefit of that. Now whether first attractive point is कि जो tax deduction है, it is over and above the 1.5 lakh deduction that you get in other instruments like EPF, PPF, life insurance policy and all that. तो फर्स्ट अट्रैक्टिव पॉइंट है कि आपको यहाँ पे इन्वेस्ट करने से एक्स्ट्रा टैक्स बेनिफिट मिलता है. सेकंड, it is long term in nature, which is good for retirement savings. And to give you a simple answer, for your retirement savings, yes, it is a good instrument and you can save in this.
Okay, thank you so much, Nish.
Most welcome. Yeah.
Right. Nishcha, I would ask you a few more questions. These are the questions. For example, if the woman is a sole bread earner in a family, I mean, it could be a single mother family, or it could be, whatever, a woman taking care of their parents. So, because at that point of time, women is the person who's actually planning. And at that point of time, they need to create, for example, long-term goals for their children, right? They need to create a immovable asset. For example, they might need to buy a home of their own, right? उसमें भी फिर आपका जो हमारा proportion है जो हम बात कर रहे थे 20% सेव करना है, so that changes because we have more goals right now. Should that change or should it remain 20-30%? I'm just asking so that we get a clarity on this.
Right. So the situation here is that, okay, if let's say the woman is the sole earner and she has to plan a lot of things, ki bachcho ki padhai, and then for having our own home. So what needs to be taken care is ki you have a balanced approach. And Shweta, to answer that question, ki should we still have that goal of saving some percentage? Yes. Even after building a home, you should still plan to save at least 20% of your income. And the rental, another thumb rule, that all the EMIs should ideally be max should be around 25 to 30% of your income. If you are overshooting, then wait. Either you cannot afford such a home now, or you cannot afford such an asset now. For example, अगर आपकी income है for a month, it is 1 lakh a month, and you are आपके घर के खर्चे are already, let's say, 50 to 70,000, and now you're thinking to buy a house कि चलो 30,000 की EMI हो जाएगी, 1 लाख की income है, 30,000 की space है ही, तो मैं घर बना लेती हूँ and I'll start a EMI of 30,000. That I would say would not be a very good approach in the long run, because you are not saving enough for the other goals. तो इसका मतलब यहाँ पे ये हो रहा है कि though you are building an asset, but it is being built at the cost of other goals. Let's say you won't be able to save enough for your child's education or for your own retirement for that matter. तो यहाँ पे aim क्या होना चाहिए कि either I should go for a smaller home now जिसकी EMI कम है, I should tend to reduce my household expenditure in any way. अगर if that means कि you have to let's say reduce your outings in a month, be it. आपको अपने बाकी goals के लिए भी saving करनी चाहिए and balance it with other goals. For example, in this case, let's say a family is earning 1 lakh a month, then they should aim, let's say कि मेरे घर के सारे खर्चे is done within 60,000. I have a home loan EMI of around 20,000, and I save 20,000 in financial assets for my long-term goals. That should be the breakup of the household income and expenditure.
Right. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, are there any other questions? So I suppose right now everybody is full of information.
Yes.
So what I would say is, like, I would just recapitulate what Nishchay said. You need to identify your goals. You need to have a long-term perspective towards creating your goals. You should start saving as early as possible. The moment you start earning, probably that is the right time to start saving, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So there's another book I was reading, even though your percentage is 20%, that the richest person in Babylon. So usme he says ki 10% is yours to keep. Nishchay goes on like further. He says 20% is yours to keep. So you should
Right.
not give it to others, right?
Right.
So
Right.
identifying the goals, identifying your household expenses, cutting down on expenses if they are unnecessary. Fourth, creating a plan for for investment, for saving, having a term and health insurance. I think these are the 5 more things. Trying to be, trying to educate yourself. Do not feel that you are financially illiterate. Just be more, aware of the financial things. Ask relevant questions, as the Nishya said. And I think the more and more you read, the more and more you try, it's everyone learns like this कि करो फिर थोड़ा सा समझ आएगा, फिर थोड़ा करो फिर थोड़ा समझ आएगा. And with this, I think if there is any last message that you would like to give us all.
Right. The biggest message is that all women, I mean, should take active interest in money now. They should take active interest in money management. How what all are the sources of my income, where all is it is going, and take active interest on what all assets are being created. And you should ensure that you save every month and you save at the right places. First step is to ensure that you save every month and saving the right percentage. If you are saving, let's say 5%, try to increase the saving percentage slowly. I mean, it is not I mean, कोई hard and fast rule नहीं है कि आप अगर 5% पे हो तो आपको 20 पे immediately जाना है. You can go there in, let's say, next couple of months, 3 months, 6 months, in a year. But the aim should be to reach that goal slowly. One simple way is कि आपका जो, let's say, अगर आपको लग रहा है कि अभी आपके सारे खर्चे या टाइट हैं, आप इसको कम नहीं कर सकते, तो इतना सिंपल अपने दिमाग में रख लो कि ओके, द नेक्स्ट इंक्रीमेंट दैट आई गेट विल बी सेव्ड फुली. मैं अपना वो स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग वैसे इंक्रीज नहीं कर लूंगा कि मैं, व्हाट टुडे पीपल आर डूइंग इज दैट दे आर इंक्रीजिंग देयर स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग वेरी क्विकली. तो दैट उस ट्रैप में जाने से बचो सारे. आई मीन, दिस इज फॉर ऑल इंक्लूडिंग मी, that do not fall for the trap of increasing your standard of living too quickly. Go slow in increasing the standard of living and be aggressive in saving. That's the biggest mantra.
Right. And most of us do not have a pension coming from the government. Most of us are
Absolutely.
working in a private company or are self employed professionals. So I think that should long term saving is very important for all of us, because कभी ना कभी ऐसा होगा कि हमारे को थोड़ा सा कम काम करने की वो होगा कि हम उतना नहीं करें, हम रिटायरमेंट ले ले, या हम
Right.
अपने मन का कुछ बिजनेस करें या स्टार्टअप करें. प्रोबेबली स्टार्टअप के लिए हम एक और दोबारा सेशन कराएंगे. निश्चय को बोलेंगे स्टार्टअप करना है तो हमें कैसे करना है. एनी women who wants to start on their own, so
Right.
how should they plan, what kind of contingency fund they should create before they embark on that journey. And
Right.
with this, I thank all of you for joining. I thank Nishchay again. It was a wonderful talk. I learned a lot of those financial things. मेरे को भी थोड़ी सी लगता है कि नॉलेज बहुत कम है. जब मैं सुन रही थी मुझे तो ये तो मुझे भी नहीं पता, right? And I wish all of you a very, very, very happy Rakhi. Rakhi is there on Sunday. This is the reason we did this talk on Friday. And उसके बाद फिर हम Sunday को ही मिलेंगे. And with this, again, have a nice weekend. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Shweta. Thanks, Nextner. Bye.
Everybody.